Hi, I'm Rob. I have brick in mouth syndrome, and this week's news is a bit of a weird one. So, three stories, two that are actually news and one that's an interesting rumour. So let's get straight into it. To get that rumour out of the way first, it's speculated that Reading and Leeds are probably going to have Blink-182 as a headliner. That isn't really that surprising. It's sort of been where they've been grouped up and where they've been going. Last few times they've been over, they haven't really done anywhere else. Yeah, that's the rumour. That's who is speculated to be a headliner, and it doesn't really surprise anyone. It came out of the Sun newspaper, so take it with a massive grain of salt. They are liars and scumbags. So yeah. That's that. It saves you reading the Sun as well, which is always a benefit. Over to Glastonbury, where we have some actual news about what's gone on there. Tickets went on sale during the week, and well, it's been an interesting way to see how they've been going this year. Glastonbury does its ticketing really, I think, fucking weirdly. You have to sign up to buy batches of tickets, and one person per group can buy it at once. It's just fucking weird. However, this year there was a massive glitch in the system, so one person from the group could get in and buy multiple batches of tickets. That obviously hasn't gone down too well with some people. Some of them that are in this Glastonbury ticketing groups don't really care because I think they're kind of shitty people, and they seem to think it's okay that one person in a group of 4 can buy 9 batches of tickets. Somehow that's okay. I think it's pretty shitty. You'd think if you want more people to go, then you'd let more people buy the tickets. I don't know. Seems like a scalping jobby to me, but people are okay with it. Who knows? Yeah. It did impact the ticket sales in an interesting way, however. The first batch of tickets, because of course Glastonbury has to do it weirdly and sell their stuff in batches across a week. The first batch of tickets that was being sold out in under half an hour, which is quite a long time for Glastonbury. That, of course, is due to this fault where a lot of people couldn't get in, but the same people could get in repeatedly. On the second round, where they were selling tickets, it took under an hour, so it took even longer. It doesn't seem that they improved the situation at all. It seems again that one person from group could buy multiple tickets, multiple batches of tickets, and that's just how it was. Kind of weird, kind of shitty, and not too happy about what's going on with Glastonbury ticketing. Then again, the festival doesn't fucking interest me. I think it's all pretty shit. So in all, the standard tickets sold out in less than an hour. But it is what it is. I'm not that fussed by Glastonbury. I think it's a trustafarian exercise in bullshittery. But that's just me, I'm sure. Now, in Download Festival news, as we have some again, and it's not anyone bitching about the lineup, but it does involve some people bitching. Last year, there were a lot of complaints about the noise and the traffic situation, and the council were looking into it. They were actually doing an investigation to let us know what sort of went on and if anything could get fixed and if they were going to get heavily fined for it. Turns out they did nothing wrong in those two regards. The noise levels weren't any higher than they have been in recent years. It was probably due to the weather conditions, it being incredibly dry and sound just being able to travel that long distance, and the traffic situation apparently wasn't their fuck up. Not quite sure about how that one works. Due to, East Midlands Airport passengers missing flights and everything else that went on, and then jamming everyone in on essentially the one day, but it's still being claimed it was over 2 days. Yeah, I don't know how we got away with that one, but well done, guys. Scot-free on that one. Grats. There is, however, one slight issue. They were found to be at fault on one item that wasn't majorly publicised, and that was toilets. It was one minor breach about people being able to access toilets off of site. Bit of a weird one to get pulled on, when honestly I had footage sent to me from people that were working there where toilets were not being cleaned or emptied on site, and that's kind of a breach really there. But okay, get pulled for that one. Download Festival has had the license for the event since the early 2000s, and obviously those conditions have been set up and in place since then. The people investigating this situation have suggested that maybe they look at these conditions and do more to exceed limiting the noise pollution in the area, and that's basically all they can really do for that one. Copping has said that there will be a new production team in place, and they will do everything they can to meet and then exceed the noise restrictions in place. Time will tell. We will see this year if it affects anything majorly or in a negative way. Hopefully it's just going to improve it. I do believe that possibly this year the issues could have come from the Metallica speaker setup that was around. While not exceeding the noise limits, it wouldn't have helped, as we had so many elevated speaker towers around. It would have possibly helped push that sound a bit further out to the 15 miles that people are claiming that it went to. I'm not saying it didn't, just, you know, covering what's said. That is basically it for festival news this week. There's not been much really going on, or that I could find. It's really a quiet one, as most announcements have been made and we're just sort of waiting for the last few to actually say who's headlining and what's going on there. In other sort of related news, 30 Seconds to Mars announced that they were going to do a tour of arenas in the UK, and Jared Leto's still a twat. That pretty much covers it. Hopefully there's something a bit more interesting next week and one less twat on the lineup. So let me know down in the comments if you think there's anything substantial about this Blink-182 rumour. I think it's a strong possibility, but who knows. Maybe they were one of the 21 other bands that Copping approached. Who knows. See you next week. Bye.